What's going on with all you beautiful people, extraterrestrials, and whatever you want to identify yourself as? It's your boy Rob. Yes, just Rob. And I know it's been a minute since I uploaded, man. Just doing life things. If you know, you know. But back at it with another video. Gonna do a quick one. Been playing a little bit of Persona 3 Reload because I haven't had shit else to play after being like a dragon. That's another video for itself. But been playing Persona 3 Reload. Just want to give out a quick first impressions. This is not going to be a full-on review. I will make that, and that video will be a lot more in-depth than this one. This is just kind of getting my thoughts about how I feel about the game. I'm also giving a perspective from someone who's played the original, which is Persona 3, and also Fez, way back in the day. So strap yourself in, and somebody cue my intro. So I got about 12-ish hours on Persona 3 Reload. I'm ready to get my first thoughts about it. So I will say I am enjoying the game, but there's a couple things that is just kind of conflicting me with it. And I will go more into detail on the review, obviously. But I will say the updated graphics are a nice touch of the game. However, I feel like it kind of took away the best thing about Persona 3, which was just grittiness and its edge. People who hasn't played the original one doesn't know that up to Persona 4, SMT and Persona in general was a little bit more of a darker tone. My Persona 2 video speaks in that in volumes as well, and link in the description. But it kind of lost this grit and edginess in a way, not on some edgelord type shit, but more so it was more grounded. And I kind of don't want this game, as well as a future Persona game like Persona 6, to follow that same element of Persona 5 where everything just looks very high polished. Like the graphics looks nice, but I wouldn't want Persona 6 to look like Persona 5.5, if you catch my drift. I kind of want a different art style, and while 3 kind of does have the same different type of model compared to 5, you can tell it's heavily inspired by Persona 5. To get more negatives out the way, Tartarus, still a chore to grind in. I know they wasn't going to be able to change a whole lot with it. And the chests are a nice touch. But however, I kind of feel like they could have did a little bit more. Like maybe add some challenges while you're in Tartarus. I don't know, maybe switch up the flow. Give a couple of more difficult enemies here and there. I'm playing the game on hard. And I can still just breeze through it without even having to really try. Like I'm not even worried about barely buffing it sometimes. And I'm clearing some of these enemies. To get more negatives out the way, shift mechanic, it's just a bona fide baton pass. But the only difference is, and it's a big one, it doesn't give any damage buffs. So instead of passing it to one character and getting a damage buff, then another one, and so on, nothing happens. Like there's no real advantage to it other than you're trying to get the weaknesses out the way. And I'd rather you just gave me baton pass at that point. Now, some of the good things I can say about the game, the new remade songs, fire. Absolutely fire. They took their own little spin on it and just made it a little bit more modernized. And while I do miss the Burn My Dread intro from the original Persona, man, this new remake one, it's stuck in my head every time I play it. I have to watch it every time I start the game up. The UI for this game is beautiful. It's very seamless and colorful. You can see little animations of the main character kind of floating around in the background. That's the best way I can describe it if you can't see it. But if you play the game, you know what I mean. Even when you're choosing your personas and your skills, you can see the little outlines of the characters doing whatever they're doing, whether they're putting the invoker to their heads or whatever the case may be. It just gives it a nice flair to it. I can't really describe it, but it's very clean. I enjoy that about the game the most. And even though Tartarus is still a bitch to grind in, and I hate it, at least you don't get tired anymore in Tartarus compared to Fez in the original, which, man, they would have still made your characters get tired. I probably would be making a different type of video in a negative manner, not even gonna lie. But that's just my quick first impressions of the game overall. Again, I'm only about 12 hours in. I just got done with the second moon phase, which you pretty much is trying to save Fuka. The review is gonna pretty much come once I get through with the game and edit it up. It's gonna be a lot more longer, a lot more in depth. I'm gonna be going over the story as well if they change some bits and pieces of it that I hope they will. That one will contain spoilers, so I strongly recommend that if you're gonna watch that video to have at least beat the game or at least beat the original. But I'm gonna be going over the story as well in the full review. I am enjoying my time with Persona 3 Reload. I will say if you haven't played the original before and you're thinking about getting into Persona 3, this should probably be your best way to go. Due to the only way you're going to be able to play the other ones is through PS2 or emulation. But it's a nice touch from the original. However, there's still some things about it I'm kind of not really rocking with. But that's why, as the first impressions, my opinion can definitely change. And I do want to disclaim that this is purely my opinion. Don't think that this game is bad because I don't like it. Don't think the game is amazing just because I like it. Please do your own due diligence and try the game out yourself. But I hope you all enjoy this video. I will be doing a little bit more reviews going forward just because I don't have any multiplayer games I can play like that. Just kind of single player games. But this was just a quick little one I want to get out since it's been a minute since I uploaded. I didn't even write a script for this. This is just straight off my dome. But until next time, hope you all have a good one. Stay blessed. And I'm out. Peace.